Yo, what's up, guys? James Carr TV here to recap the first Thursday Night Football game on CBS, the first Thursday Night Football game of this 2014 NFL regular season, and it was a contest between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this was a game that today, because I uploaded my predictions video today I came on here and I said that the Baltimore Ravens would win this game, and they would win it pretty convincingly, because to me, the Baltimore Ravens were a better team than the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this game proved all of that to be true without a doubt, 100%. Without a doubt, the Baltimore Ravens are on a completely different level compared to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are not a good football team. I mean, they're not. If you watch the game, if you caught the game, they are not a good football team as of right now. And it really doesn't make any sense to me, and I have some theories on that, and I'll get into those theories. But first, let's recap the game. Now, the Ravens started off the game kicking to Pittsburgh, so Pittsburgh got the ball first. Pittsburgh was driving, but it was as a result of the first penalty of the game, which was a personal foul, unnecessary roughness on Courtney Upshaw. It would have been a 3-and-out. It would have been a great sack. I mean, and I couldn't believe this call. I mean, yeah, you know, his helmet hit the chest, and maybe, you know, in the rule book, you're not allowed to do that. It's a stupid rule. I mean, it's a good call, but it's a stupid rule, because I don't know what you want defensive players to do there. I mean, to me, that's an outstanding hit by Courtney Upshaw. That's a wonderful sack. Time to get off the field, Ben Roethlisberger. But as a result, the Steelers drove down the field, fumbled the football at about the 20-yard line. Ravens get the ball, go right back down the other side of the field. Touchdown, Ravens, Owen Daniels. Owen Daniels also had a touchdown later on in the game during the second half, during the third quarter. So Owen Daniels, you can see that he is getting acclimated in that Ravens offense, and he is getting, you know, the touches and the catches that he deserves, and he's catching touchdowns, you know, from Joe Flacco. Dennis Pitta was doing stuff today. He was very intermittent. And Steve Smith, I mean, this guy is absolutely phenomenal to me. I love the story that Steve Smith is displaying right now to us all. I mean, he's showing us that, hey, you know, whenever my old company, you know, in his case, you know, my old team, you know, release me, I'm going to come out every single game I can. I'm going to come out and I'm going to show you guys why you shouldn't have released me. Like, every time I see Steve Smith on my TV, he's so mad. He's so angry, man. And I love watching this. It's absolutely phenomenal and entertaining to me. I love it. You know, so he was all furious today, and he had a very good game. I think he ended up with about over 90 yards receiving. Actually, no, it was over 70 yards receiving, but still a pretty good, damn good day from Steve Smith, as well as 6 catches, and he was targeted about 11, 12 times. So they want to get him involved. And as a result, Torrey Smith, I did not see. Torrey Smith maybe caught 2, 3 balls today, maybe if that. Torrey Smith is very intermittent, if at all, used in this offense. So fantasy owners, be careful of that, because Torrey Smith, yeesh, I mean, wow, this guy has not progressed as much as I thought he would years ago, and his contract's going to run up soon. Now, I don't know what the hell they're going to do about that. There's some decisions that need to be made in Baltimore. But ultimately, Baltimore wins 26-6, and it's just a demolition. I mean, honestly, you know, the first half score was 10-3. The game was somewhat close. In fact, Pittsburgh was leading the game in yards. So, I mean, you could say that you could still be optimistic as far as the Steelers are concerned, but it's been a tale of 2 halves for the Steelers. I mean, the first half they played well. I mean, today you could say they played well, but they fumbled down in the red zone, and you can't do that. And that is what caused them to be down at the half, and ultimately for them to lose the game as well. So they're playing awful in the second half, and I have some theories on this. I am starting to believe. Now, I want to see how this season progresses, but not only just because of this game. I'm not saying because of this game, because of this season. I'm not saying that. But over the past 2 seasons as well, I'm starting to believe that Mike Tomlin and Dick LeBeau, that their coaching is starting to fall on deaf ears in Pittsburgh, that maybe their coaching is just getting a little stale, that it's getting a little old, and that these players are not responding to coaching by these 2 guys. And it happens all the time. It takes a very exceptional coach, or coaches, to maintain a locker room for how long they have been doing it. I think we're getting to a point where those players in there, I don't know if they're still, trying. I mean, I don't want to say trying, but if they're being as well coached, if their coaching is falling on deaf ears in Pittsburgh right now. I think their coaching is getting stale. I think maybe it may be time for an upgrade, a change up, a switch up, something. In fact, it's unbelievable to me that Todd Haley's been there for 3 years. That's unbelievable to me because him and Ben Roethlisberger have hit each other's guts since 2011. So I can't believe that. Something needs to change in Pittsburgh either this season or, next season, whatever. Something is wrong here. They have the talent. They've been rebuilding that linebacking core, that defensive, front is good. The secondary needs work, but they're not terrible. Something is wrong here. The offensive line, it still does not play well. The defensive line was absolute trash. They were getting pushed around today. Something, and I'm going to the coaching, I think is getting stale in Pittsburgh. Now, let's see how they play upcoming games, but that's something to keep an eye out on. And on the coaching, on the opposite side of things, John Harbaugh, to me, proved why he is a top 5 coach in the NFL today, despite all the distractions, the Ray Rice scandal, and all that stuff going on. He brought his team together and had them go out and just dominate their ultimate rival in Baltimore. I don't think you could say that John Harbaugh is not a top 10 coach. I think he's a top 5. You may not agree with me there, but he's great. He's a great head coach, and it was proven tonight to me. So with that said, James Carter TV, Ravens win 26-6. Thursday Night Football on CBS. I loved it. Although Phil Simms is really starting to get on my nerves. I think he's just awful. He loses his train of thoughts. I have no idea what he's talking about at the time. And Jim Nantz is exceptional. I think he's, fantastic. I think he's the best color commentator in the NFL. But Phil Simms, he stinks as an analyst, I feel. So, I mean, if an upgrade could be made there, I'm all for CBS. But until next time, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.